panel. You want to take the ladies and I'll take the row behind along with Angela?
Sure, I sure will. You know, before we get into these amazing people and their introductions, I just want to say thank you to each one of you, and specifically for using the platform that God gave you in this world to help the world to learn the truth about health and sharing your journeys on our stage and around the world to help young and old people alike to learn that cancer doesn't have to be a death sentence. As long as there's breath, there's hope. And not only cancer, but all health issues, there's so many of them, and they're interlinked and pretty much caused by the same things and healed in the same ways. And we'll find out how these amazing people here have used their healing journeys to change the world. And here we have the beautiful supermodel, Carol Alt. Hello, Carol. Hello. And we have Grace Weathers and her mother, Angela. Sherry Calbon. Hello. The Juice Lady. We've got Lourdes and her husband, Chris, and you all just saw them today.
Lourdes, is it Lourdes Cologne Reynolds, Lourdes Reynolds Cologne? What do you go by now?
Oh, I know. Okay, so it's a little confusing. So I'm Lourdes Cologne because that's how I got known. But actually, I'm Lourdes Lavoie because I'm married to this man here. But my stage name is Lourdes Reynolds.
So we're going to call you Lourdes.
Right?
Lourdes.
Lourdes is a good name. We're going by that.
All right, and then in the back row behind them, we have Amazon John Easterling here closest to us.
Hello.
And then we have Angela Weather. She's Grace's mom. Is it Weather? Weather, okay.
Singular, although we have two.
And then we got Dr., and I'm going to make him mad here on purpose, Dr. Martin Goldstein. Actually, he goes by Dr. Marty. He says,
That's my stage
don't call
name.
me Marty.
My stage name is Dr. Martin.
Yeah, so if you see him in the
Or Wacko.
if you see him in the Hall of Fame out there, you'll see him with the cutest little puppy. We've got the best pictures of you. Thank you for sharing that. But he's a celebrity doctor to
Veterinarian to the
animals.
stars.
Yes.
And we will not call you Martin anymore. You are Dr. Marty.
Yes, mother.
And then Chris Lavoie on the end. Y'all heard Chris and Lourdes earlier. So thank you all for joining us today on this panel.
Thank you.
And so what we're going to try to do, we're going to give everyone a question, and we're going to try to answer in about 5 minutes. And then at the end, we'll have about 15 minutes left that we'll have some questions from the audience. And that's the goal.
Yeah, and we can stretch it to 7, so it's okay. Or even 8.
Try to go for 5. 5 it
The
is.
time Nazi speaks.
5
Oh
it
no.
is.
Let's start with Carol.
I'm in the hot seat. I figured you were going to do that to me.
Yes.
Hit me.
Yes. So Carol, you grew up beautiful young woman, and you got into modeling and acting, and you're a strong businesswoman today. You've had quite the journey in your health, and you shared that with us, and it inspired my children, and I'm sure so many people not only here but around the world. And you've done that time and again. You've been through a lot. You're beautiful inside and out. You've learned how to really truly be healthy, not only in your body, but in your mind and in your spirit. So Carol, tell me, if you could go back to Carol Alt at 18 years old, when she was just 18 years old, what would you share with her? What would you say?
You know, I tell a lot of young people today when I see them, if I knew at your age what I know now, I would look like I was 10. Because really, seriously, what I've been through in my life, all those things, disease, stress, not knowing what to eat, the guilt of not eating correctly, weight loss, weight gain, weight loss again, all these things really wreak havoc on your body. And it makes you look older, feel older, it drains your spirit. And I grew up as the daughter of a fireman. I was in the military. I had actually gotten a military scholarship to study law at Hofstra. I'm trying to stretch this out to 5 minutes. I was studying law at Hofstra, and when I got, actually what happened was my boyfriend broke up with me. And I went, I don't want to be on Long Island when my boyfriend comes home from military school, and I'm like the girlfriend that was left behind. No, thank you. So I went into the city, I went to an agency, and I was 50 pounds overweight. I mean, as a kid, I was what my mother called, politely, kindly, zoftic. Not fat, you were zoftic. And, you know, I walk into an agency, they're like, well, you know, you gotta lose a lot of weight. I'm like, really? Like, why? I'm so perfect the way I am, you know? No. Here's a size 4. That's just, like, I couldn't get one leg into a size 4. And I did it completely the wrong way. I mean, I just, as any 18-year-old would do, I said, what do I do? Oh, I'll just stop eating. And of course, I fainted on my coworker on the set one day, and they revived me with an apple. And, you know, I just plowed ahead. And I just really did such damage to my body and probably my career, because I think if I would have had more energy, and if I had been a little more social, I mean, I saved all my energy, the little bit that I had, for work. And, you know, I really had no social life. And I think if I had to look back to my 18-year-old, you know, pudgy little self, I would have said, before you start dieting and before you start suffering, look around and educate yourself. A little bit of education can go a really long way. And the education that I got at 36 that I had wished I had got at 18 was that how you prepare your foods and the foods that you eat and the foods that you put into your body are everything. It's life, it's death, it's fat, it's thin, it's energy, it's no energy. You can control who you are, how you are, what you do, by the food you put in your body. Because the food that you put in your body, if you view it every day as medicine, not as something to make you feel guilty, not as something that, oh my gosh, I don't know, can I eat that? Is that gonna make me fat? Oh, now I feel fat. Oh, my thighs feel fat. Like, I lost all that the day Dr. Timothy Brantley taught me about raw food. Life became about abundance instead of deprivation. It became about being in nirvana, in the garden of eating, you know? It was a joyous day, because when he started talking to me about that, I connected it in my soul. I knew this was the right thing. The universe opened up. And when you know it's right, you know it's right, and that's it. And you can stay on that, and I stayed on that through doctors telling me, health has nothing to do with nutrition. You're not a doctor, you're just a stupid model. Like, you know, in 1996, when I first started talking about this just with friends, or anybody would say, well, why you look so good, after I cleaned up and detoxed and everything, I was verbal about this because it was such an incredible change and miracle in my life that I wanted everybody to have that miracle. I wanted everybody to have the ability to choose that change if they wanted it. And if I could go back to that 18-year-old kid, I would say, that little bit of education, what you guys are doing today. You know, by the way, can we turn up the lights? I mean, I would love to see the people that we're talking to here, you know. But, you know, I would go back and say, you know, educate yourself and really learn what the body is, how the body works, the pathology of food in the body, and you'll really enjoy life so much better. And I probably never would have had the health issues I had, which, by the way, in a kind of silver lining kind of way, I'm grateful I actually did have, because it brought me on a different path from other people that brought me to this point here today, that allows me not just to share my journey with all of you, but it allowed me to be, at this moment, my best me that I've ever been, better than when I was on the cover of Sports Illustrated, a better body, better feeling, better energy, better connection with other people and myself and my family.
Yeah.
And I'm stopping because I'm gonna cry. Your turn.
Wow.